Greetings, my movie geeks. On Thursday night, my wife and I had our first date night in a hell of a long time. Well, I say date night, we saw a film at the cinema. We watched The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. Please like, share, subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every time we upload a video. Now Fridays. I won't go into too many spoilers as I wouldn't want to ruin it for anyone, but just be aware I may slip. Directed by Michael Chavez, who also directed La Llorona. It is the third in the Conjuring series, but the first not to be directed by James Wan. And I think it shows. The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 are excellent films. I am probably in the minority when I say that the second film is superior to the first, but it might be because I always knew the story of the Enfield haunting. The films follow the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine, who are paranormal investigators, who had assisted on a number of high-profile paranormal cases, including the aforementioned Enfield haunting, Annabelle, the haunted Raggedy Ann doll, the Amityville haunting, and the trial of Arnie Johnson. The films always begin with based on a true story, and for the most part they are. They're heavily built upon and exaggerated for a bigger impact. I know some people will think that the true stories are scarier enough, but the extra additions are done in a way that doesn't harm the story, and it gives it something extra. The Conjuring 3 begins with an exorcism, again, as with the other two. We enter the life of the Warrens as they travel from place to place, putting right what seems to have gone wrong. This exorcism goes wrong and sets up the threads of the film to follow. Now, when I got home from the cinema, I had to take to Wikipedia just to see what the true story was. Obviously, I haven't heard of it. And all the main plot points are there. It's nice to see that the filmmakers are taking these true events and exaggerating them in a way that they could only be explained. Take The Conjuring 2. We get the Enfield haunting. The true events are shown and built upon, but then the filmmakers go in a direction where they can give an antagonist an appearance and a name.
You are Valak! The Defiler! The Profane! The Marquis of Snakes! In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, I condemn you back to hell!
This is what I like about these films. They are based on things that did happen, but they are also great works of fiction that play on the idea that this could happen. Who's to say a demon in a nun's habit wasn't pulling the strings of the haunting? But The Conjuring 3 goes elsewhere, bringing a new supernatural idea to the front. It's still demonic, but not the same demonic haunting or possession as the other two films, which is a breath of fresh air, to be honest. The standard scares that we've come to expect from this franchise are there. The misdirect scare that you think is going to come from the front, but actually hits you from a different direction. But unfortunately, it's either because we've become desensitized to it, or because it is a different director. It's not James Wan doing it, and he is extremely good at pulling off these jump scares. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson were again great in the film. They have captured these characters well, and it was nice to see that there was an attempt to have them look like their real life counterparts in this one than the previous films. Farmiga's hair is extremely well done. At points, she looks extremely old. There's a nice cameo from John Noble, who played Walter Bishop in Fringe. And if there anyone who enjoyed that series, you'll notice a very Walter Bishop line that he says when he first meets the Warrens. I did enjoy the fact that they, from the get-go, they opened up a threat for Ed Warren from the beginning. And it plays out throughout the film. And it's not forgotten about like in most films. it's a constant threat. I'm not going to go into details, but you'll know it when you see it. But these are the only real good points in the film. Sadly, for the third in the Conjuring series, it's a little bit lackluster and doesn't really reach the heights of the previous two. It does have its moments, but it's a lot less grounded, and the story felt slightly forced. For a series that had a lot of tricks up its sleeve for the scares, it didn't really make that much of an attempt to match what had gone before. There were moments during the first exorcism scene that looked great and matched the previous two, but after it seemed to fall down. It had some good scenes and the story is okay, but that's all. I wonder if they will continue the franchise, because when I was looking on Wikipedia, there are still a number of real life events that the Warrens took part in, even after this. So, I reckon they will. I do enjoy these films. I'm not a massive horror fan, even though we do our 31 days of horror in the run-up to Halloween. But I have always enjoyed these films, including the spin-offs, even though they are weaker. I always enjoy them as they come out. But this one just doesn't seem to match the quality of the previous ones. I will argue that the set design and the style of the films are extremely well done. It does feel very authentic, and I feel the time periods work to the benefit of the films. Obviously, and that's when they happened. I'm going to give The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, a 3 out of 5, making it just a movie. Some good scenes and an interesting story, but it didn't match the films that have gone before. I'm the Ultimate Movie Geek, and thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified every Wednesday and Friday when we release our videos. Thank you for watching.
Know who you are.